guys, Karen Marchetti here. Don't mind the everyday hair. That's what it usually looks like. But anyway, I am going to share with you a super quick table runner using the Elevate in block mode. Just wait, it's going to be cool. So I took a piece of fabric, just plain black fabric, and using a 9.5 inch square and a chalk pencil, I marked out 3 squares and 2 triangles, one on each end. It's going to be a whole cloth table runner, super fast. So I have basted my chalked out fabric to the machine. I'm just using a scrap of wool batting. There is the Elevate software. We are going to be using the block. I'll show you that in a minute, because in the meantime I wanted to show you this is on my 03 Classic Plus. It is the Elevate add-on, which makes this hand-guided machine do computerized edge-to-edge and block patterns, and it's kind of awesome. I'll share that with you in a minute. So here is your Elevate screen. We're going to choose block, and hopefully the GoPro is getting all of this down here while I have the phone recording up here. So we're going to choose add point and move the head and add point, and you see it starts to mark out your block. Add point. And when I come down here to the last corner, I'm going to say add point. Now I could bring it all the way back over here and add another point, but I just choose to close boundary. So there's your block, and we're going to add a pattern, and a bunch of different things will come up, but I pushed the little magnifying glass, and I'm going to search for the pattern I want. So here's the block. We'll choose that. There's the block. Say OK, and it's gonna fit it to the boundary automatically. Takes a second or two, so we'll work on that. Give it a minute to think it out. I can't hold this camera still if you paid me. And there's the block. It's all set up. So we're going to say start and make sure the needle's up, which it is. So I'll say continue. And the machine is moving over. That's so cool, isn't it? And it takes its first stitch. So I'll have to pull up the bobbin thread. Give me 1 second. So while we went on that little break, you watched on the other camera as I pulled up the bobbin thread, let it take its few locking stitches, and then I cut my tails. So now it's quilting along, following the pattern on the screen, pretty close to where it's actually at. Sometimes it's a millisecond behind. So we're stitching that first block in the center of the table runner. I'll let you watch this for a few minutes. So now it has finished stitching. It's going to actually take a couple little tie-off stitches, and then I can trim the threads and do the next block. And you can see how user-friendly it is. When it's done, it tells you exactly what to do. Make sure your needle's up, pull your bobbin thread up, then press continue. So I pulled my bobbin thread up. Now I'm going to press continue. In another video, I'll show you how you could repeat this block, just stitch it again, relocate it. But for now, on this video, I'm going to just redo the block. So we're going to go and pick our points again. So it's quick placing the pattern for the second time. You don't want to overload your minds all at once. Besides, it's good practice. So there's the block, and we're ready to start. So we've done the first two blocks. Now we're going to pick our points for the last block, let it stitch out, and then we'll work on the triangle ends. So again, it's fitting it to the boundary, which is really good if you have different size blocks. You do them individually, it will fit it precisely to the boundary you choose. So we're going to say start and make sure the needle's up. It is. Say continue, and there it goes. So now we are on the corners, the end triangles. So again, we're going to pick our boundary. So we're going to add a point. And on a triangle, I like to pick a few points. Sorry about dropping the camera. Trying to do too many things at once. So you could see how if you had a really irregular shaped block, you can really pick a lot of points and get every little part of the block. So I'll close the boundary and I'm going to add a pattern. And I want this little shape. So when I say add, again, can't do two things at once. So it's going to fit it to the boundary. But because it's a triangle, it's going to be that way. So what we're going to have to do is edit, and we are going to rotate, and now we are going to resize. I use a stylus because I can't do touch screens, hardly at all. Okay, so now I think it's where I want it, so I'm going to say move so that I can see how it fits in. Now it's a little too big, so resize. And I am happy with that. So I'm going to say, oops, sorry, too close. Okay. So now it's ready to go. And now we'll start stitching it. Mark our boundaries. Make sure I'm in the right place. Yes. Add point. I'm not the best at holding this camera still, and I must apologize for that. Maybe I have to invest in one of those tall tripods. So anyway, there is the boundary. Again, we're going to add the pattern. Say okay. Grab our stylus so that we can, or if you're really good at moving it with your fingers, you can do that too. I fail miserably. Nope, not relocate, cancel. That's what's great, you can make mistakes. We need to edit. So now we will rotate it to the right, and then we'll resize. And then we'll move. And we see it's too big, so I'll resize again. Shrink that up just a bit. Okay, so I'm fairly happy with that, and we'll say okay. And we'll say start. Now the table runner's stitched out, 3 blocks and 2 end triangles. But me being the hand guider that I am, I want something in these areas because they're just too open. So I'm going to go back in and fill just probably an echo of these shapes just to pull it in just a little bit. So we'll film that in 1 second. I just want to show you how you drop the belts to go from the elevate back to hand guided. You just turn this little turny thing right here and the belt comes out. Just tuck it up underneath. Excuse my mess. And you come around to this one and you unscrew this one, pull it out. Now you are back in hand guided mode. So there is the finished table runner. You can see I just filled in those areas, a simple echo. You could go crazy and really do some dense background fills around these if you wanted to, but we wanted this to be a super quick project, and it was. It will probably take me longer to bind it than it did to create it. So I'll just come and cut along these lines, and that'll be the edge of my project. I'll put the binding on, and it'll be a really super quick gift for someone. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. So again, I'm hoping you enjoyed the video. I was glad to share a little bit of the Elevate with you, and there will be lots more projects in the future. Take care.